so here lately, I've been talking a lot about who's not really making the money they're saying, as far as just trying to keep y'all laced up on like what hustles to actually go for and you can actually make profit in, and then which ones are kind of like more smoke and mirrors. And this one, I'm honestly, is weird because a lot of people say that this one is smoke and mirrors, it's cap, but this one, I think it's because I know how to do it, is not cap. It's something that I'm actually implementing and I'm about to start doing right now. And that's actually Faceless YouTube channels, YouTube automation. Now, granted, if you're coming from not having no content creation background, then yes, it is a struggle. Also, if you for some reason don't have any skills period surrounding what you would need as far as editing your thumbnail, then I could see where it could be a hurdle. But if you're one of the people like me who can do all that yourself, then it's literally as easy as one, two, three. So you probably see on the internet a lot, bro. Is people once again, whenever people are selling courses, you know that okay, this hustle isn't dried up, but if it was still so much money to be made in this hustle, wouldn't you be doing the hustle instead of trying to sell me a course, right? That's how I always thought of it. But with something like YouTube automation, you can do the hustle and sell a course because it doesn't have to be a time sensitive thing. So what I mean by that is you don't have to dedicate as much time once it gets rolling to an automated channel like you would have to do any other type of channel. So right now, this is what I'm doing. There's two types of channels that I'm currently about to start hopefully printing money on. Number one, you've seen those body cam videos, right? Body cam videos go crazy. I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is, but people love body cam videos, right? You'll see it to where it's like, oh, this person thought they got away, but this, right? Or you'll see a lot of the like check cashing fraud like body cam videos. Those have millions and millions and millions of views. And so when you do the math on millions of views, let me ask my Meta glasses. Hey Meta, if I get 3 million views and get paid $2 per thousand views, how much money is that? That's 6 grand, which honestly is a decent amount of change. Now, you might be asking, Rico, how do you get body cam footage? There's several ways. There's body cam footage on the internet floating around. However, I'm not doing it that way. The way I'm doing it, I'm taking the proper steps to legally obtain body cam footage so that I can provide that here locally for my Dallas Fort Worth area, right? Because, I've seen like Midwest, they have one, Chicago has one, but we don't really have one. So when you're making content period, you always kind of want to see what's working and then see if you can plug it in like service an area. It's just like a grocery store, right? You are somewhere, you see a bunch of grocery stores, but you come back to a certain neighborhood and you like, you know what? This neighborhood don't have a grocery store. I'm going to open one over here. That grocery store is probably going to boom. Same with content. The Dallas Fort Worth area is increasingly growing. So that's something that I'm going to do. Now, as far as how I'm going to do it and how it's going to be faceless is because at first I was going to voice them over, but I don't even think I'm going to do that anymore. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, what's these people called? I'm going to use 11labs.io and I'm going to write out my transcripts, right? My narration. The content is the video itself. So I just have to narrate it from part to part, give it kind of a serious like tone so that, it just adds to that idea and that concept, and edit those down. The thumbnails don't even have to be rigorous because they're literally just a shot from a still shot from the body cam footage. So, whenever the officer approaches the person in that first initial look, that usually goes viral, or not viral, but it usually gets millions of views. So that's something that I'm definitely in the works doing. Like, another faceless channel that I'm going to do. Another piece of advice on if you want to do content is you got to do something, bro, that like you have a passion for, right? So I have a passion for teaching. I have a passion for side hustles. So that's why this channel came about good. Now the wear and tear and the day in and day out grind of it all kind of sucked the joy out of it. I'm not going to lie, but it's still there, right? before anything in my life, basketball was it. And I'm still very passionate and love basketball and would make these 2K simulation videos for free. I really would, because I'm really, when I see like the creators that are dominating it, the scenarios that they put together, I personally am interested in the outcome. Like, you know, what if you swap Kobe and LeBron's career? I'm interested to know, to at least, even though I know it's a video game, even though I know it's just simulation, it's to still see a visual of it is powerful, right? And I'm passionate about that. So I said, okay, I'm gonna do that. Now for that, I am personally gonna narrate it, but it still falls under the faceless category because I don't have to do this and show my face. And look, I'm not getting very many views over here. So if you're viewing this, you're one of kind of like an exclusive crowd of people that I'm kind of sharing. I rarely ever tell my moves, period, bro. So I'm telling y'all my moves because that's what I want this to turn into, like just an open dialogue, open book, bro. I want you to feel like you know me. I want you to hit me up on Instagram and have conversations, bro. I could take you through my DM. Anybody who's ever reached me and said, hey, I found out about you through YouTube. I seen you on Rico Copeland teaching this. I talk to them like a normal person, bro. So that's kind of what I want to do. Also, if you don't know where to start, right? What are you passionate about watching yourself, right? Because look, I'm gonna give y'all a lesson about content creation, period. Content creation is into interesting space because you'll hear people every day say, oh, it's saturated. It is. It's getting more and more saturated. But the people that are weeding out and beating out the competition are the consistent folks, the folks that are constantly doing it and doing it, showing up every day and day in and day out. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do with these style videos right here. I know yesterday, hold on, let me shout this person out. Let's see you do some clipping. And how would you go about choosing videos to clip? Would it not get video struck or whatever it's called? This is a girl named Van. So first of all, I am gonna do a clipping challenge. How would I go about finding people to clip? It's interesting because see, I follow a meme page, right? And I'll DM that meme page to you if you get in touch with me. But I follow a meme page, and he's kind of like the he's like the starting point for most streamers. So so you got streamers, millions of streamers down here, and then maybe hundreds that go into the world renowned, or at least nationally known, or at least nationally known amongst kids, or whatever the case may be. And his page seems to be, not saying that he determines who blows up and who doesn't, but every streamer who blew up, I've first seen their clips on his page. Like, and he's not a clipper, he's a meme page. He's just obviously somebody who follows it and knows what's going on in that space. And so for me, I would probably take somebody from there. Like there's a streamer who honestly, he might have already just got too big, which is perfect because he's not quite at the Aiden Ross level and stuff like that. However, he's the streamer who he gets on an app where you face video call with random people, and he removes the mask, and then he has them rate him. And then what he does is probably hired somebody to clip those clips. They started going viral on social media, and now I'm starting to see him more and more everywhere, right? And my first time seeing him was maybe 2 months ago. So he would be a good person. I can't think of his name, but he would be a good person to start to clip. I personally, he's not technically a streamer, but he is, because he streams every day. There's a guy from my hometown who is really locked in with Aiden Ross. He's with Aiden Ross everywhere. They have a really good relationship, and so I think I'm gonna clip him because his clips go viral. No matter whether he's sitting in the car talking whatever or whatever, his clips are gonna go viral. So I would probably start with him myself, because the internet, Facebook is like kind of your hometown, right? And he goes live on Facebook, and a lot of the stuff that he does and says on Facebook is for the hometown, and so that doesn't get seen by the masses. So I think my strategy would be to clip his Facebook videos and then clip them like that, because he is a pretty popular internet figure just all over the country. But either way, Faceless YouTube channels are definitely the move, honestly, if you have a good idea. If you're going to get in there and just do some subpar stuff, then no. But if you have a good idea, then I think it's worth it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Rico gang, I love y'all. Let's get it.